Welcome to Shred to Death, the podcast that cuts through confusion and empowers you to take control of your financial future. Whether you're buried in student loans, battling credit card balances, or just tired of living paycheck to paycheck, you're in the right place. Each week, we bring you real strategies, inspiring stories, and expert insights to help you shred your debt and build the life you deserve. Are you ready to take action? Subscribe now. Share this episode with somebody who needs it and join the movement to destroy debt for good. No BS, no judgment, just real talk, real results. So let's get to work. So today we're going to be talking about couponing without the clutter, okay? We're going to talk about coupons. And I always hit you guys with I'm always spitting straight facts out of the show. And one thing that I like to talk about coupons with people. A lot of people laugh at me because I'm a man for one, and I'm using coupons to save money. But when I think back to when I was a kid, I always think about my grandma had these little bitty scissors, and they were only like 2 inches tall, and like you would put your thumb in one of the holes and maybe your index finger in another hole, and they were super sharp. And they were her coupon cutting scissors, and they had this little plastic thing that you put over the end of them, and that kept them from poking you or something. But she'd always use those little bitty scissors, and she would cut out those coupons. And it seemed like every Sunday she'd just have a stack of these coupons, and I always thought it was funny. And I remember going to this, off target here for a second, but I remember a lot of people say coupons differently. I remember I was at the circus one time, and somebody said coupon, but they said coupon, like coop, like a chicken coop. So how do you say it? I wonder what the proper way of saying it is. I say coupon, not coupon. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it depends on where you live. But couponing, it's a big thing, guys. It's a big thing. Can you believe that 62% of Americans are actively redeeming coupons? That's it's over half, right? So it's like either you are or you're not. If you're walking through the grocery store, either that guy is and that guy's not. So it's pretty. It's a pretty big percentage. There's a lot of Americans in our country. So just imagine 62% of those. And then the next little fun fact is, and this was of no surprise because I don't see a lot of paper coupons anymore. I don't even know a lot of people that still get a actual newspaper. So I don't even know when these things come in. And if you get that thing in the mail once a week that has some coupons in it, it's usually like trying to sell you windows and doors and satellite TV and all this other crap. And I just throw that thing away. So I don't even look at that. But 93% of people that are using coupons are using coupons on their smartphone. So everything's digital for the most part. So couponing, yeah, that's where we're going to be at. And we actually have some viewers, some listeners that sent some questions in this week about coupons, and we're going to cover some of that stuff as we go. And but I guess just to give you guys kind of an oversight of where we're talking about couponing without the clutter. So it's like a lot of people think, well, I don't want to cut these things out. That's a problem. I don't want to carry around this little bag or something, or keep them in my purse, or keep them in wherever. And then I have to sort through them at the store, and I have to scan each one or something like that. So the cool thing is that the majority of stores, the majority of stores today have an app, have a smartphone app. And if they don't, they do have an app, but you don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. You can use your computer. So, like, just for example, if you take like pharmacies, drugstores, they have apps, and they're like, they compete like gangbusters between the two. Like, if you take CVS and Walgreens, and those guys are always going back and forth on their, like, one has Walgreens has register rewards, I think, and then CVS has CVS bucks, or I'm not even sure what they CVS cash. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on it. I don't shop at CVS a lot, but they're both like inside store money that you get. So we'll jump. I tell you what, let's jump right into these questions. I'm excited that we got some emails this week about couponing, and if you're if you are interested and you have a question, feel free to shoot us an email, and we'll use it right here on the air. It's shredthedebt@gmail.com. Super easy to remember, right? But we'll use your question, and let's see here. Here's Marcus from Tallahassee, Florida. He sends a question. He says, "How do I know if a coupon is saving me money or just making me spend more?" Well, Marcus, let me tell you, I'm the crusader of that question. When I first started couponing, I was just like, I was going and I was buying. I was taking a coupon, I was going in, and I was getting on the TikTok, and I was looking at what other people were doing and their coupons, and I quickly come to the realization that every week we have nearly the same coupons over and over and over again. We're having the same coupons, and it's always the same stuff, right? And there's only so much of the same stuff that you can buy before you just have a ton of stuff, right? You can use it, but how long is it going to take you to use it? Like, so here's an overshare for you guys. Currently, I have an excess of 80 bottles of laundry detergent. 80. And I say I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any more for the rest of the year. I'm not buying laundry detergent. And then there will be a coupon. There will be a store sale on a certain brand, and it'll be on sale for $1.99. And then there will be some sort of rebate or some sort of coupon for $1, and it's 99 cents. And I'm like, dude, it's $1. It's $1. And I get it. And then well, like I say, those coupons come along so often, so frequently, that there's no use in doing that. So Marcus, if you're out here and you're thinking, am I saving money? Yes and no. Okay, there's a fine line here. If you're going out and you're purchasing items that you need, that's absolutely essential. Okay, and if you look at it from a standpoint of what are essentials, okay, I can tell you what the weekly coupons are over and over and over and over again, and they're going to be personal care products for the most part. It's always like deodorant, body wash, detergent, paper products sometimes, but like toothpaste, toothbrushes, dental care. Like, you should never really pay money for dental care. And I'm confused sometimes on like how do people like Crest and Colgate, how do these companies make money? Because the amount of coupons and the amount of money that goes towards savings, like, you don't have to really pay anything. Like, let's go. I'll give you an example. There are coupons for Crest toothpaste or Crest dental care. It's like Crest, Oral-B, whatever of Crest products, and I get this Crest with Scope toothpaste, and it's normally like $5 or $6 a tube or container, and it's always on sale at Walgreens for $3.50. So Walgreens always has a deal where you buy two of something like with Crest, you'll get a $5 register reward. So if you buy two, like right now, there's a sale right now, you get $5 off of three. So if I were to buy three of those right now for $3.50, that's $10.50 that I'm going to spend. So I'm going to go $10.50, I get 5 off. I'm going to pay $5.50, and then I'm going to get a $5 register reward. They're going to give me a coupon for $5 to use on anything in the store as long as it's over $5. They're going to give me that to to go, to shop at their store. Now, I don't have an expiration date on it, sure, but I can use that for whatever. Now, you can stack those, and we'll get to that shortly, but there's the same thing with Colgate. Colgate has this optic toothpaste that's typically on sale all the time for $4, and then there's always a $4 off too. I think there's one right now. So $4 off of two, you're paying $4, and then they're going to give you a $4 register reward. So I mean, it's basically free. And it's all the time, whether it be Dollar General, whether it be CVS, whether it be Walgreens, any of these other stores. Kroger's another one, and there's all kinds of coupon stuff that you can do. So just, I guess my answer to your question, Marcus, is yes, you can save money, but if you're continuing to buy stuff that you don't need and you're just stockpiling it, no, you're just spending money. So if you're buying something, for example, if you're buying toothpaste and you don't need toothpaste, then even if the toothpaste is $10 a tube and you have a $5 coupon, you didn't save $5. If you had this $5 coupon on this $10 toothpaste, you didn't save $5, Marcus. You spent $5 if you don't need it. And that's where I had to learn, because when I first started with coupons, I went crazy. I was buying everything. I was having, every time Dawn went on sale, I was buying Dawn dish soap. I went crazy for Gain laundry detergent, and it was just over and over and over and over. And then I started to find that every week it was the same thing. It was the same coupon. And the Dollar General is big with they have a 5 off 25. So you spend $25 a week on Saturday, you get this coupon, and it comes out every week. And if you spend $25 in retail purchases, then you will get pre-tax, you'll get $5 off. So what a lot of people do in their TikTok videos out the wazoo each week of different influencers that are saying, here's the coupons that you need, and you can go and you can spend as little as I've gone and spend as little as like $7 or $8 and get like $30 to $35 worth of stuff. But then at the end of the day, it's stuff, right? It's stuff that I don't need. So I haven't been to the Dollar General in weeks, because I'm looking at my budget, and I'm like, I give a lot of stuff away, but if I go once a month, I can still do this, and I can still give stuff away to the shelters and whatnot, and I don't have to have a whole stockpile, like a whole closet full of toothpaste, because you can only give away so much toothpaste too. I mean, you start taking 10 boxes of toothpaste to the homeless shelter every week, and it's like, okay, guy, we get it. You love toothpaste. But I want something that they can use as well. And I know they can use it, and it's free and blah, blah, blah. But, we're still buying it. So we have to just be smart about it. So answer your question, yes, you can save money. You do save money as long as you're buying stuff that you need. And don't buy stuff that you don't need just because it's on sale. Don't do that. So let's look at another one. Well, here we go. Here's Tom from Akron, Ohio. He basically asked the same question. He says, how do you avoid buying stuff you don't need just because there's a coupon? Well, kind of going back to Marcus there. Well, Tom, if you go and you look, it's like when you make a grocery list, right? It's if you make a grocery list and you're out of milk, then you know that you need some milk. But you're not just going to go buy 5 gallons of milk just because maybe milk's on sale. Okay, so for one, if you're not using 5 gallons of milk a week or 2 weeks or whatever you typically use milk, your consumption, then don't buy it. It doesn't matter if it's on sale. Don't buy it. It's going to go bad and you're going to end up throwing it away. And if you throw it away or you can't give it to somebody that needs it, then you're not benefiting yourself. So keep that in mind. Hope that answers that question. And then there comes Jordan in Des Moines, Iowa. Do you recommend using coupon apps or sticking to paper coupons? Well, that kind of gets back to the 93% of everyone using their smartphones. Paper coupons are out there, but they're not popular. I guess I don't use any. Everything that I use is digital, and I use it from different platform. The cool thing about that is that if there's manufacturer coupons, they are, if you got a Sunday paper, you're only going to get one manufacturing coupon. So the manufacturer is going to put out, a good one that's out this week is like Axe body wash. If you use Axe body wash or Axe deodorant, Axe deodorant right now is like $7 or $7.50 off of 2, and this stuff only costs like $5.50 or something like that. And there's a lot of stores like Walgreens that'll do buy one get one half off. So by the time you buy one and then get one half off, and then you throw another $7 on that, the stuff's almost free. And Kroger does the same thing a lot of times. If you catch it on sale, sometimes they'll have like a coupon that where like Axe will be $3.99, so it'll be $4 for each one, and you buy 2 and you spent $8 and you got a $7.50 coupon, and you spent 50 cents for $10 or $11 worth of deodorant at retail price. So then you can also go to Dollar General, because that same manufacturer's coupon is going to be valid for the dollar store, the same as it is for Walgreens, the same as it is for whatever. But there again, you have to go back and say, do I really need 6 sticks of deodorant? A stick of deodorant will last you probably at least a month, I would imagine. So do you need 6 of them at one time? I mean, I'm going to tell you that sale will be there again. It's never going to go away. And it'll be there again before 6 months is up. So if you were to buy 2, I think you're in good shape. I don't think you have to continue to needlessly buy products just because they're on sale. So just keep that in mind. That's real talk for you. Going back to, let's look at another question here. Jenna from Boise, Idaho. What's the best way to start couponing without getting overwhelmed? Well, just pick one store. That's the easiest thing that I can tell you, is if you pick your grocery store. Okay, here in Middle Tennessee, we have Publix, we have Kroger. That's where I typically shop. So with Kroger, I use their coupons a lot. Every Wednesday they come out with a new ad, and then I will I'll look at their digital coupons and I'll see if there's anything there that I need. And then I'll also look. There's another app that I'll turn you guys onto, and I'll throw my my code in there for you guys to use. And then once you use this, they give you some money. Of course, they give me some money too, but they're going to give you some money, and it's going to help you because some of these products have rebates. So that you're going to get a coupon, and then you're going to get a rebate on some of the stuff. And basically, what you do is you take your paper receipt, and then you take a photo of it, and then you select whatever it is, whatever the store is, and then you submit it, and then you get cash back, actual cash. And the app is called Ibotta. So if you're familiar with Ibotta, it's great. And like around, I want to think like 2 years ago or so, I thought they did it every year, but then I don't remember them doing it last year. But like around Thanksgiving time, they basically pay for your Thanksgiving. Like I remember going and getting dressing. I remember going and getting a turkey. I remember going and getting like instant potatoes. I mean, there were a lot of things that I had to get, but the rebate was the exact cost of the product. And it was wild. Like they paid for the turkey, like 100%. The rebate was what I paid for the turkey, and it was awesome. I don't know how they, I don't know their gig. I don't know how they make money, but I know that once you get $20 in your Ibotta account, you can deposit that into your bank account. And I do it time and time again. Now a little less now. Once I got on the budget and I started seeing where my spending was going, I wasn't just out here recklessly buying stuff so I could get $1 cash back. And trust me, there's people that do that. I've fallen victim to that a few times. But I can tell you, like with Kroger, for example, there are times that you can catch a deal at a store that kind of overlaps with a deal on Ibotta. And I think they know they do this. And this is why I think the majority of coupons these days are digital and they're not paper, because they can take them away from you. So like they can pull the coupon from their platform and then it's gone, whether you clipped it or not. Sometimes you can clip one, it'll stay in your file. But then sometimes if you haven't clipped it, the dollar store is like notorious for being shady with their coupons. I'll tell you, I've had a bad experience with them on more than one occasion. And their app is sort of flawed. And maybe I expose that. You know what? I think I will. I think I'll expose that. I'm going to tell you guys about the Dollar General and their app and with their savings. So let's say, for example, this week there's a $1 off coupon on toothpaste. Okay, so whatever brand, take your pick, whatever. The moral of the story here is that there's a $1 off coupon. Not moral of the story, but there's a $1 off coupon. You clip it, okay? Well, then you don't use it. You don't go and buy the toothpaste. You don't use the $1 coupon. Well, let's say next week the new ad comes out and there's a $5 coupon. And you're like, oh my, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this $5 coupon. So I clip the $5 coupon. I go in there and I buy a $6 tube of toothpaste, okay? And I go to checkout and I'm like, I'm expecting to pay $1, right? Nope, you're going to pay $5. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense because I clipped this $5 coupon. You're right. But you know what? They're shady. They're shady little guys. They're going to take the coupon that you clip first, and they know it. And the thing of it is, that makes it even worse, you can't unclip the $1 coupon to use the $5 coupon. You have to let the $1 coupon expire before you can use the $5. That's shady business. And I brought it to their attention, actually, because there are, I don't even know how many Dollar General stores. There's a lot around here. I feel like there's one every 2 or 3 miles. And in rural areas of the United States, the dollar store is all that people have, okay? Especially older people. So when I'm doing couponing or when I'm shopping at the Dollar General, I'm shopping specifically for things that are on sale and that I have coupons for. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are just doing their shopping and they're picking up stuff that has coupons as well as things that do not have coupons. So keep that in mind. If you're using the Dollar General app, just be aware that you cannot unclip a coupon. If you go to Kroger, you can unclip a coupon. If you go to Walgreens, you can unclip a coupon. When you unclip it, you lose it, but you can unclip it. And the thing about Walgreens, too, is they'll use the best coupon. I think CVS will also use the best coupon. The Dollar General, they do not. And they know it. So just know that that app is programmed to do what they make that app do, and they know that you can't unclip a coupon, and they know that it takes the one you clipped first when it goes. And sometimes your 5 off 25 won't even work when you get to the register. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to puke all over the Dollar General, but just know that I've had some issues with their coupon system, and it wasn't a very good time for me. So back to the questions. We have a couple more, and let's see. Claire from Wichita, Kansas. Can you explain how to stack manufacturer and store coupons without getting rejected at checkout? I'm not sure what you mean here, Claire, by being rejected, other than maybe the coupons don't stack. Maybe that's how I'm going to read that. So stacking of coupons is pretty cool. It's the store policy of how they stack. And we'll use the Dollar General again real quick. So the Dollar General has, if you're looking at their app, they have manufacturer coupons and they also have DG coupons. Okay, so if you're taking a DG coupon, if you're trying to stack up your $25 worth of products to get the 5 off 25 coupon, you cannot use DG coupons because the 5 off 25 is a DG coupon. So with that said, you have to have $25 worth of product, and you can use manufacturer coupons. As long as you have manufacturing coupons, then those are accepted. Okay, so if you have $27 worth of product and you have $20 worth of manufacturer coupons, then that difference still goes towards your 5 off 25. So if you have $27 worth of product, you have $20 worth of coupons, you have $7 that you're gonna basically pay that you have left. The 5 off 25 should work because it's not a store coupon that you're using. Now, if you have sometimes like they'll have a coupon for Tide or something like that, a product that they'll have both a DG coupon and they'll also have a like manufacturer coupon. So sometimes you can get something that's like $10 and there'll be like a $1.50 DG coupon and there may be like a $2 manufacturer coupon. So you'll get $3.50. They'll stack, but you can't stack the DG coupons. Like you can't stack the 5 off 25 with other DG coupons. You have to have $25 worth of product, and other stores are very similar. So I think CVS is one that's pretty cool because they will allow you to use. I think if I remember correctly, I think they allow you to use two. I think you can use 2 manufacturer coupons, maybe, and a store coupon. I think you can stack those, whereas Walgreens will only allow you to use one coupon for manufacturer and one Walgreens coupon if they have a Walgreens coupon. And then the way that they calculate that register rewards or Walgreens cash, like there's like so much different stuff that Walgreens does, depending on like if you shop in store, you shop online. Sometimes like if you shop online, you don't get a register reward, you get Walgreens cash sometimes. And sometimes if you have the register reward, it's only a register reward and it's only if you shop in store. And another thing, if you shop online, you're not going to get a receipt and you can't use Ibotta. So keep that in mind too. So sorry to throw all this stuff out at you, but that's the way the coupons work. So we got a couple more here, and we'll get to that before we close out. But I mean, man, we had a lot of interest this week on couponing, and so here's Nina from Charlotte, North Carolina. What's your strategy for finding high value coupons that aren't just 10 cents off? Well, here's the deal, Nina. Nobody really can. The manufacturer is the one that's controlling the amount on these coupons, and the more that you shop, the more you'll kind of know who puts out the best coupons. There's a lot of times that Colgate has some pretty good coupons. It's always around personal hygiene stuff though. It's always like Axe, for example. I don't know if you would use Axe body wash or Axe deodorant, but Axe is one that has like $7. I mean that's pretty substantial. They're like soft soap and Irish Spring, like Still body wash, oil of Olay, Dove, those things, herbal essence. I've seen a ton of this, but it's like it's shampoo. It's shampoo, body wash, that kind of stuff. Those coupons are good, but the product's expensive too. So I mean, it's just what you're looking for. I mean, it's not you're not gonna see a ton of stuff. If you drink soft drinks, that's another thing. Soft drinks are. I don't drink soft drinks, but I do see the coupons for those a lot, where there's like buy 2 get 1 free or something like that. Or I've seen. Kroger does one with Keurig K-Cups. So if you're big into coffee, they have one. and it comes around. It seems like it comes around every 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like you buy 2, packs of K-Cups and you get 3 free. So I mean, you're spending $20 in coffee, but you're getting $50 worth of coffee. So I mean, that one's pretty good. So if you drink a cup of coffee a day, I mean, 3 boxes would last you a month. So I'm pretty sure that if there's 2 of you, I mean, maybe you can go almost a month, and the coupon comes around about that often. So just keep your eye out. I can't really tell you how to find the high value ones. They come around every week. Just keep an eye out on the store, and do what you do. We'll take one more real quick, and then we'll try to wrap up. We got Dave from Reno, Nevada. Been to Reno. Been to Reno. Actually, long time ago, I flew into Sacramento, California. Wanted to see Yosemite National Park, and man, that's a long ways away from anywhere. But then you can go to the Sierra Nevada mountain range, Lake Tahoe, all around in there, and then bam, there you are in Reno, in the middle of nowhere. But all right, Dave. Dave says, is it worth signing up for every store's loyalty program just for the coupons? I guess. I mean, I feel like if you're signing up for all this stuff, you're going to be buying just stuff. You're going to be buying more stuff than you need. And that's what we were talking about a little earlier, is when you don't have the paper coupons anymore, you have the manufacturer coupons, and you're going to have them on at every store. So if you're buying deodorant with a $7 discount, and you're paying $2 or $3 for $10 or $15 worth of deodorant, you have to ask yourself, do I want to go to this store and this store and this store and buy 6 or 8 sticks of deodorant just because it's on sale? I can't tell you not to do it, but I can tell you that I don't know that it's a super smart idea. I have CVS, Walgreens, and Kroger, and Dollar General, I think. And to be honest with you, I haven't been in a CVS in probably a couple of months, and I haven't been in the Dollar General in a few weeks, and I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to Walgreens either, to be honest with you. I'm just starting to use. I'm trying to use up the product that I have. I give it to family. I'm just trying to get back to a healthy level of product, and not just keep buying stuff just because it's on sale. So keep that in mind, and I think that's where we'll wrap today. And just talking about coupons in general, and just the questions. I really appreciate you guys that did email in questions. If you do have questions, and we try to throw all these together. Next week, next week we're going to be talking about emergency funds, and talking about extra payments and things of that sort. So if you do have a question about emergency fund, I feel like we're probably going to get some questions about emergency funds. I know that's one of Dave Ramsey's top thing of saving $1,000 to start your emergency fund for the baby steps. Super smart. That whole concept works, right? It's just we're here more for you, and coaching and high fives and helping you see things from a different angle. My goal here is not to try to sell you something. It's to work with you as a friend, and try to help you with day-to-day things and day-to-day life with money, and trying to help you identify areas of savings and try to find your expense, because you'll hear me say it time and time again that debt is a math problem. All this stuff's a math problem, and it just takes a little bit of looking at things in a different way to get different results. Okay, so next week we'll be talking about emergency funds. And if you have a question about emergency funds, send them in, and we will address them as part of the show next week. That is shredthedebt@gmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to use your questions on the air. So with that, thank you for tuning in to Shred the Debt, where financial freedom isn't a dream, it's a plan. If today's episode has helped you take one step closer into crushing your debt, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, rate it, and leave a review. Do you want more tools, tips, and motivation? Follow us on social media and join the Shred the Debt community. So until next time, keep pushing, keep planning, and keep shredding. Guys, you've got this, okay? So thank you, and like I say, we're here to help. We're here to guide you and show you that there is a way, there is a light, okay? And no matter how buried you feel, you have a friend in us. Reach out to us. We're always here to share knowledge and just be a friend and a guiding light for you. So thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.